Hello everyone, my name is Bao Cai from Genie Education Hub. Today we will be going through the steps in creating an insoluble salt. So let's go! Students generally have difficulties in identifying which starting reagents to use when preparing an insoluble salt. And students just randomly guess the starting reagent. But that's not the way. The general rule for preparing insoluble salts is to ensure that both starting reagents are soluble. So if you want an insoluble salt, you will have a soluble reagent 1 plus soluble reagent 2, and tada! You get an insoluble salt. So let's take a look at an example and see what starting reagent we need to prepare that salt. The example I want to give will be silver chloride. Silver chloride is an insoluble salt. And to produce an insoluble salt like silver chloride, we need two reagents that are both soluble. Okay, so AgCl, we have the Ag plus ions, the silver ions, and we have the chloride ions. And obviously, the two reagents that we need must contain, one must contain Ag plus, the other one must contain Cl minus. So recall that all nitrate salts are soluble. All nitrate salts are soluble, so I can have silver nitrate, AgNO3. Okay, this will be the first reagent. And for Cl minus, the most obvious one will be hydrochloric acid, HCl. Okay, so that will be the soluble reagent 2. So if we see this in the solution, if I put AgNO3, there will be Ag plus ions. There will also be NO3 minus ions. There will also be H plus ions and Cl minus ions. And what will happen is the Ag plus ions will pair up with the Cl minus ions, and together they will form AgCl salts below. And this AgCl is an insoluble salt. And this whole process of getting AgCl is called precipitation. Okay, let's look at another example. Another example that we want will be barium sulfate. The chemical formula will be BaSO4. Barium sulfate. Okay, this barium sulfate is an insoluble salt, and to prepare this salt, you'll need two reagents. And remember, both must be soluble. And since there is a barium, my first reactant or reagent must have Ba2+ ions inside, and the other reagent, it must have SO4 2-. Okay, so always recall all nitrate salts are soluble. So my first reagent can be BaNO3 2. Okay, and my second one will be sulfuric acid, H2SO4. Both are soluble. Okay, and if we visualize it in the solution, okay, barium nitrate will have Ba2+ ions and NO3- inside them. Okay, for sulfuric acid, there will be H+ ions and SO4 2-. And once again, what will happen? The Ba2+ and the SO4 2- will combine together to form an insoluble salt, BaSO4. And once again, this process is called precipitation. And so this is how you prepare an insoluble salt. If you like our video, please remember to like and subscribe. See you soon. Bye bye.